Alrighty, folks. Let's jump into this, shall we? Hello, and welcome. My name is Voodoo Val, and I'm going to be your host today for yet another dive into Creative Cloud Express. I'm very excited to be here. How's everybody doing? Lots of folks in the chat. Everyone say hi. It's good to see you all. Today we're going to be working on marketing designs. We're going to be diving some more into some of the templates that Creative Cloud Express offers. We're going to be exploring some of the settings with the type. We're going to be searching through and finding stock photos and things from Adobe Stock and altering them to suit our needs. And then we're going to explore a little bit in the icons region of the program, because I'm actually really delighted with all the different icons and things that I can find in there. Whenever I'm using Creative Cloud Express, I don't have to hunt for icon packages online and hope that one package has everything I need. I can pretty much just get everything that I need for whatever I'm creating through Creative Cloud Express. So pretty pumped about it. We're going to be creating a graphic that could be used as an online informational card. A lot of brands, similar to the fictional Athame brand, which we are working with today, they like to send cards with a physical product that they mail or that you purchase in person with them that has a little bit of information about the brand, about the company, or perhaps about product care. This is jewelry, as I said before, so sometimes an informative little flyer or card insert about how to take care of the materials is very useful and almost expected when you purchase very high-end jewelry. So we're going to be creating a card for that you could actually email, because a lot of people who shop online for jewelry kind of miss out on all of those fun little informational inserts and fancy things if they don't come with the product themselves. So we are going to create one that you could add in an email, or add to a text or something, depending on how this brand likes to market. And I'm going to pop over here so that you folks can see what I'm doing. This is Creative Cloud Express. If you are new to Creative Cloud Express and you have never jumped in to kind of test it out and see what it is all about, you can go to express.adobe.com, and once you arrive on this page, you'll see a lot of really excellent things. You can create a post that is very specifically sized for an Instagram story, Instagram post, Facebook, posters, logos, flyers, all kinds of things. You can try a quick action. You can remove the background of an image, convert videos to GIF, resize videos. You can clip them together, trim videos, change the speed of a video, reverse it, all kinds of awesome things. And you can kind of flip through here and see if you see anything that kind of suits your needs. This is meant to be kind of a one-stop shop for all of you digital marketers out there, whether you are somebody who is in the marketing game, marketing for a business or a client. Perhaps you are someone who is in real estate or something of the like, and you need to make promotional material for yourself. Or maybe you're like me and you are a digital creative looking to build your own personal brand to find clients and all that. And this is just a really great place to jump in, find everything that you need, alter different templates or start from scratch, and create all of the marketing that you need to post to your personal social media on the go, which is very, very useful. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a template for a flyer. So we're going to hunt through the flyers here, and we're going to find something that we think works for us. I want to look for something simple, something that doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of design, because I don't need to add too much to the piece that I'm going to be working with. I might grab this one here. It says math through social media, but I feel like, you know, sometimes when we hunt for a template to use, we hunt for a template that looks exactly like what we are going to be doing in our project. And I think maybe this would be a great way to show you folks that you can dive in and choose one of these templates that just looks like it has a proper layout for you. It doesn't necessarily need to be themed around what you're looking to do. So if I come in here and I click and we just kind of explore what we have here, you can see I've got some text titles, text effects going on here. We've got an icon, some regular text boxes here, and we've got our little social information down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to remove some of these things that I don't need, so I can just click them and hit delete. And I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of some of these things. Because it's not necessary for me to have all of this jazz going on here. I'm going to leave this information at the bottom because I think I would like to have information for my business itself at the bottom just like this, so I'll leave that there. And I'm going to come in here and replace this background first of all. So all I have to do is click it, and I can hit replace. And it'll bring me to photos. Now you can go into libraries, you can go into backgrounds, and yesterday we hunted around through backgrounds, but today we're going to stick to photos. Now, as you can see here, it says 784,000 results from Adobe Stock for Blackboard. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to type in something that fits my brand, like dark jewelry. Because I would like to have product in the back, or I would like to have something that looks like somebody wearing my products in the back. And there's a lot of really awesome kind of mystical, magical things happening here. I really like this one. This is a great one. There's a lot of cool ones in here though, so you could choose whatever you want. If you were also going to work alongside me and do kind of a jewelry theme, or you can choose something that fits the brand that you are currently editing. I think I'll go ahead and add this, and it'll just replace that image for me right there. I'm gonna check the chat real quick and make sure I'm not missing any questions. Yeah, you find everything in libraries. Yes, it's very useful to be able to do so. Maybe able to drop your brand assets into your library. I'll try it now. Yes, indeed. No leaf clover and pasta hour. Count me in. Oh, I also save your work. I don't have to save my work with Creative Cloud Express because it saves it for me. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. No, I don't think so just yet. All right. This is taking just a tiny bit to save. I'm going to go ahead and refresh. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. If I drop my image in here, I can actually come in and I can alter this. So you can see it drops it in right at like kind of the perfect point for the flyer itself that I'm working with, but I can actually move this around within the borders of my file. So I'm gonna have her in here, and I really love this jewelry. I feel like it fits with the fictional vibe that we're going with for this brand. It's kind of like this amber with these beautiful silver leaves and vines and things on it, which I think is super cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in there, and I'm going to add a filter because I want to kind of do what we did yesterday and add some interesting colors. I can come in and add any of these presets as I did yesterday, but I think today I am going to edit the shadows and highlights personally, and I'm going to do that with some purple tones. So I think the shadows we're going to put as a dark purple, and then our highlights we're going to put as our light purple, and I might come in here and actually manually edit this dark amethyst color just to get something. I kind of want something that's very smoky because I feel like that's a little bit mysterious, right? We have like almost like she's in smoke or in shadow, and it's something that allows us to see our piece a lot better. Because we'll be able to put some text and some designs over top of this without ruining the effect of our text, but also while still being able to see our lovely lady in the background there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it maybe like this, and I may come back and edit this as I start adding things over top, but I think that I'm going to go ahead and be satisfied with this for the moment. And you can come over here and use any of these other filters and things if you like. If you want grayscale or darken or contrast or any of these, you could do colorize if you wanted to. I prefer duotone because I like being able to choose my colors like this. It kind of reminds me of using a gradient map of sorts, and so for me personally it just kind of fits my style, but feel free to kind of jump in there and noodle around and see if you find something that you prefer. All right, so now we are going to start adding a lot of designs and text over top. And one thing I want to call out here is just the layers. Now we're going to start moving things around and adding icons and all that kind of stuff. So I want to highlight the layers here just so that you can see how they work. As you can see, I can close this if I want. I can open it up, and I can actually drag and reposition all of these pieces as I wish, aside from the background. So I'm going to go ahead, I am going to leave them ordered how they were, but we may have to get in there and reorder some things as we start adding some designs. So designs, let's jump into icons. I really love the icons, as I said, because there's so many things in here that we can do, and one of the things that I would like to add, just because I think it would be kind of a nice mystical flair, is I'd like to add some kind of eyeball icon. So I'm going to go ahead and type in eye, and we're going to see what we get. And there's like, when I say that they have everything, and when I say that they have plenty to choose from and you don't have to go anywhere else, I really mean it, because look, I've got so many styles here, and I think that maybe for some folks, finding an icon is something, like an eye icon is something that's very easy. It's a very simple shape. There's not a lot to it, but I'm branding for something and it needs to look mystical, magical, but also kind of high-end, and I feel like they have a collection for me to choose, like the perfect icon for me. And I personally, I really think that this one is pretty neat. I think it kind of screams what I'm going for here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, but I am going to change the color to this light purple of mine. I'll go ahead and shrink it down. And I am just going to put this at the bottom here, I think, maybe more like right here. And we'll have our text up there. I might change my mind and throw it like super low down here, but I'm not sure. I had wondered at first if I really wanted to design something that kind of covered the jewelry in the back, but I think that for this project, I think that's okay. Because this is something that would be sent to the client if they'd already visited the website, they've already shopped, they've already seen the jewelry I have to offer, and I'd like to be able to decorate with some product shots, but it's not necessarily marketing this particular piece of jewelry. If I was trying to sell you this piece of jewelry, I wouldn't cover anything up, but for this purpose of this flyer, I think that it's fine if certain things are covered. So I've got my icon in there. And what I'm going to do is kind of make like a lockup. I might end up putting it in between some text here, so maybe I'll just kind of float that for now. And then I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to say add my text, and I am going to position this up here. And I'm going to make this a little wider. I'm going to go ahead and center that, and I'm going to shrink it down. And I'm going to go ahead and put in our business title in caps. And then I'm going to change this to Lust because we like our Lust font. And I'm going to use the, let's see, I can use like the regular Lust script here, which I really love. I'll go ahead and change this to a bigger font. I think 132 might be too large. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do like a 100, not a 1000. Jeez. Okay. So we have this, and this might also be a little too large. Maybe we'll try a 60 and then we'll space it out. Go ahead and space it to like 50. I like it. I think that looks good. And we are also going to change the color to that light purple. And we may edit this. We could edit this to be slightly lighter. Maybe not as saturated, something that's very like kind of a soft blush. And I might even add that to my color. So that's something that's also very awesome is I just edited this color. It's a variation of these two colors that I have in my palette, and I may like to return to this to use for text in another project or what have you. So all I have to do is whatever color I'm selected on down here, I just need to press this little plus in the circle here, and it's added me a brand new swatch. Which is very useful, very helpful. So I've got my my Athame title in here. I've got my eyeball, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some more text. And it kind of uses whatever color and typeface I was using before. And I am going to make this a little bit smaller, and I'm also going to make it a little bit wider. But I'm going to edit the text so that it has more text for me. So I'm just going to put in something very generic here, and I'm going to duplicate it because I don't want to spend too much time writing for the brand here, and I don't want to drag in any lorem-ism. So I'm just going to write something like Athame is a high-end jewelry brand specializing in the mystical and magical. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and just go with that, and I'm going to do a little bit of copy paste. I'm sorry, I say copy pasta sometimes because I think it's funny. So I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate that, and I am going to shrink this down, and I'm going to edit how this, like the appearance of this text real quick. So I'm going to go ahead first of all, and I think I'm going to center it. I am going to change this letter spacing back down here, and we can kind of bring it out just a little bit. Boom, I think that is a nice paragraph there. And let me scroll through, make sure I'm not... Copy pasta is a great brand idea, indeed. Let me scroll through here, make sure I didn't miss. Do all the assets have the same licensing? Yes, if you're using stuff through Creative Cloud Express, sometimes it depends on whether you have a free access to Creative Cloud Express, or you are doing a premium to Creative Cloud Express. But if you can access it through Creative Cloud Express, then you can use it in your templates and things. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Sith jewels are our specialty, indeed. I want to edit my YouTube videos, but can't find a good one. Well, there are some YouTube thumbnails for you if you'd like to try the YouTube thumbnails. But keep in mind, just like I'm editing here, I think I might choose a different body copy, by the way. And I don't know if this one works perfectly with this. I might actually left align it after all. No, I'm gonna center it. I might fool around with the body copy. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I think for now this is fine. But keep in mind, I'm editing a flyer here that looked nothing like my brand that I want to do for this, just so you know. So it's like you don't actually have to choose something that is, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this one more time. You don't actually have to choose something that is a perfect representation of whatever kind of brand you are doing. You really don't. You can actually just edit something that is kind of completely unrelated. It doesn't matter if you are doing something that is so perfectly in line with the brand that you're trying to make. And I'm going to actually kind of space something out here just so I know where that ends. And I'm going to go back to my icons, and we're gonna hunt for dots. because I want to do like dots that kind of separate, something like this, but I'm going to peek around and see if there's something slightly different. Something closer together could be interesting. Something very small, that could be cool, or something like this. Maybe this middle ground right here. Let's go ahead and add that. And I'm gonna go ahead and make that small. Let's shrink that down. That's a little bigger than I wanted, but I think it's okay, honestly. I think that's fine. We'll go ahead and put this color on it here. I'm wondering if I should make everything that separates like this bright color, but maybe just make everything that's not text that bright color. So I could put this here, and I can maybe zoom in a little bit. Oh, if I zoom in, it allows me to make it just slightly smaller. So I'll kind of bump it in just so I can get like this very small separation dot here. And then maybe I can come over here and I'm gonna duplicate this copy here. And as you can see, I just come up here and hit this duplicate. You can also do Control D. It kind of gives you a little hint there as to what the shortcuts may be. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to remove all but the first sentence, just so that there's one more teeny tiny little message here that could say something like "thank you" or something like that. You know, just to throw something in, like so. And then I'm going to leave this as is. I wonder if it would look good if I changed this to Economica as well. Maybe Economica would be a better font for us. I'm not sure. Let's try it. Could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Let's try it. I might change how this is spaced, but I think that, oh yeah, ooh, fancy. I like it. I like it very much. So we could do something like this. I'm wondering if I should actually shorten this. And granted, I'm not working with actual copy right now, so technically, once I really got in here and worked with like real copy, I'm probably going to have to change a little bit of how I do things, so that it's not so because it would change, right? Once you put copy in here and you actually have specific words that have to be said, you can't really alter things with this much freedom, because you're gonna have to make sure certain sentences are in there. I can't make specific things only as long as I want them to be, but you do have that freedom to do that in here. So let's go ahead and make this a little lighter. Let's make this a little lighter as well, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna check my time. I think I have just a couple of minutes here. And the last thing I would like to do, I might actually like to space some things. One thing that I can also do is let me snag this. If I hold shift, I can select multiple elements within my project, and I can actually hit group. So then if I want to, I can actually make it smaller and make it larger. I can come in and I can edit things within this group and bump it down. And then if I decide that I'd really like to kind of alter the spacing and change how everything here looks, I can move it all together. Let me place this one more time. I want to make sure that that is right on the center. So I can grab this group and I can move this group all around, which is very, very helpful. I think I've got a tiny spacing issue here, which I can change very easily. Let me go ahead and make sure I've grabbed my group. There we go. And I can place that wherever I want. And the last thing I'd like to do is I want to play with possibly adding a border. It's possible that that will not look nice. I'm going to bump this up just slightly because I feel like all of our other stuff is close together. I might even group these just so that I have all those grouped. And then what I can do, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit, I can come over to my icons and I can say rectangle. Boom. And I can find myself a nice thin rectangle if I want, maybe something like this. I can go ahead and add that, and we can kind of bring it up here, and I don't know 100% if this will fit the way I want it, but I'm kind of inclined to just try it. Let me see. I might find a different one that kind of fits my brand a little bit better, but if we just change this, I'll change it to like kind of a nice color that fits in there. I feel like that looks really nice with it. I would want it to come up a little higher, so I might noodle around and find a better border. But I still think that the concept is cool, and I would just, you know, hunt around and find a better graphic that fits my needs. But that is how I would go into creating kind of an informative flyer, informative graphic for my brand. I think that we are coming up on the end of our time here, so I do have to take off, but thank you all so much for joining us. I hope that you have really enjoyed the segment. I've had a blast kind of walking you through it. I will be back later on in the week with more Creative Cloud Express, and I can't wait for then. So please check out more of the Creative Cloud Express videos that are here for you to watch, and I will see you next time. Adios, everyone.